love is running through my veins. Oh, this line can't be tamed. There's fire in my blood. Burn.
Right then, hello everyone and welcome back to the Assetto Corsa Offline Championship here for round 7 of the 2019 Formula 1 Championship at Circuit Paul Ricard for the French Grand Prix. My name is Miran FG in the commentary booth today, and yes, Formula 1 returns to France and we are here at the Paul Ricard circuit for the French Grand Prix once more. Obviously, remember back in 2018, this brought us quite an exciting race, and I think we should be in for a very, very exciting race once again this year. But now we're here for qualifying. 12 minutes of the first stage of qualifying await us, as we will witness Victor Albon, the first man out on track at the moment. And then we have got 26 laps ahead of us for the race, but yeah, before we get underway with qualifying, then let's go through the track. So the circuit Paul Ricard, located in Le Castellet near the French city of Marseille in France. The circuit was first opened in 1970, and a year later it held the first ever French Grand Prix in F1, and throughout the 1980s it was consistently held here, all the way up until 1990 when the track was swapped out for Magny-Cours. After that, the circuit didn't see much attention. Usually during the 1990s this track only saw use for motorcycle racing and then French national racing, and other than that, the circuit wasn't used for quite a lot. However, it was bought by a few investors, and in 2016 was announced that this circuit will be returning back to the Formula 1 calendar, which it did in 2018. So they have raced here ever since. And we are running, as you can see, we ran the chicane layout for Formula 2, which is the normal layout. We are running the version without chicanes for Formula 1, the 1AV2 layout, which is 5.77 kilometers long, a total of 13 turns, and a race lap record, which is not set in an F1 car, mind you, it's set in an LMP2 car, is a 1:40.1, so that lap time is sure to be smashed, as we'll just witness Victor Albon making his way across the line, and he sets a 1:32.471. So, yeah, as we now have the times coming on the board, then Lewis McIntyre goes across the line, and Nis Paratsky then as well. Miran FG slowing behind Paratsky just for the time being. Then Milka Singh, obviously the man who won here last year was none other than Jesper Johansson, who was able to overtake his teammate Alexander Arnold, who was started on pole this race for the race win, and he came home to secure a race win. Obviously, a very hectic race it was last year, with a total of 4 DNFs. If you remember back to the last lap of the race last season, you had Mohammed Patel and Alexander Arnold colliding at Signes, which saw both of them go out of the points, which was an absolutely spectacular moment. Alfred Klaus now goes fastest, ahead of Enis Parachki. Luca Farina slotting into P5 there, just behind Thomas Mandic. As there goes Franco Gamba up into P7. Fernando Tost, can he continue his streak of getting into Q3? And there's the man who won here last year, Jesper Johansson. As Enis Parachki now goes fastest. Josef Fredrik Schuto, who got himself into Q2 last time out at Canada with Williams. We'll see if he can do the same here once again. Labas Asnishka goes P13. Kai Cherezny, who's won here in Formula 2, goes P14. And that is all the 20 times on the board. And Dennis Graf is last at the moment. So I think he must have. I think the world champion must have been held up, or he made a mistake or something on his outloud, because he currently sits in last place. But it is Enis Parachki who's fastest. People in the elimination zone currently is seeing Novikov, Shuto, Blackwood, and then Dennis Graf, who is probably going to get himself out with this lap, I'm sure. As Graf makes his way around turn 7 there, now onto the prolonged Mistral Straight as Alfred Klaus now goes fastest. Takes it away from Enis Parachki once again. And yeah, this should be Graf into through into Q2, no problem. But the question is, who will be knocked out? Obviously, this will knock Wojtek Kulasek into the elimination zone. So technically, it should just technically be, as there goes Josef Fredrik Schuto. Look at that! Josef Fredrik Schuto with that lap time goes P12 ahead of Haas's Victor Albom. Can Josef Fredrik Schuto continue his Q2 appearances? We will wait and see. As there goes Kai Cherezny across the line, and there goes Dennis Graf across the line. P4 it is, but Kai Cherezny up into P9. Can he get himself out of Q2? Or out of Q1, should I say? Because I don't think he actually has this season, so we will see. As Thomas Mandic here getting held up by the McLaren of, I think that is Fernando Tost, is that not? Fernando Tost currently in P8. I have to say, what a spectacular debut it's been for Fernando Tost. Absolutely incredible results he's had. He's on his debut, obviously he DNF'd on his debut due to no fault of his own, but at the rest of the races he scored consistent P6s, and that is absolutely fantastic from Fernando Tost. In only 4 races he's already passed his teammate. He has double the points of his teammate even. That is fantastic, and it's really great to see. As here goes Mandic and Tost side by side through scene. Look at that at full speed. It's absolutely fantastic to see these cars side by side through these flat out corners. As you can see, look at that, carrying the battle back and forth as Mandic's going to be on the inside line here. Is Tost gonna cede? I don't think he is, and that's really putting the capabilities of battling here at the Paul Ricard circuit. But Tost getting ahead, Mandic a bit frustrated as now he's fallen down to P4 as Dennis Graf, the world champion, has usurped his position. Kulasek sets an improvement there. He goes P13 in the Renault. He knocks Victor Albom down to the elimination zone as Thomas Mandic gets past Fernando Tost, but Tost actually putting up a lot of defense here. That's not good for Thomas Mandic, but he should get him into this corner, and he has. But yeah, there's Wojtek Kulasek behind, who's trying to get past the young Polish driver as he tries to go on the outside. Now into turn 7 Mistral, and yeah, he is ahead. Now this is really pushing the capabilities. Yes, Toss is gonna go back at him. Guys, it's only qualifying, come on. As Toss is really just, I don't know, sharpening his abilities maybe, but he's gonna be on the outside into turn 8 here. There he goes. Look at that, Victor Album. What a lap, and that is him, P8. Fantastic lap time from Victor Album. I think that is the Dane into Q2, so very, very nicely done from him. I think that is his first Q2 appearance, if I am not mistaken. Obviously, Album not scored any points yet this season, so he's really been struggling so far, and he's not been able to score any points. Same goes for the likes of Cherezhny and Singh. Neither of those have been able to score points. Enis Parachki retakes. Ooh, careful there. That was Labas Nishkai coming out of the pit lane at a very, very hairy moment. Milka Singh then, currently in P16 as he's in the elimination zone. Your bottom 5 with a minute and a half to go currently is Singh, Shuto, Zasnishkai, Novikov and Blackwood. And Novikov's in the pit lane, so he's not going out again. Question is, can Zasnishkai get himself out of the elimination zone? Same goes for Josef Fredrik Shuto. Zasnishkai though seems a bit more busy dueling with Enis Parachki here. I don't think that's going to help him too much, but we will see as they head down the Mistral straight side by side. Jesper Johansson's at an improvement. He goes ahead of Miran Evji. But these two are going to be side by side as they head through Sinj. And I think that's going to be Parachki ahead of the Serbian. Oh dear. Zasnishkai there on the inside. Actually looked to have a bit of understeer on that Renault. As I think there's some battling going on in the back there as well. Yeah, that's Singh and Racing Point of not sure who that quite is actually. So there's Thomas Manders coming into the pit lane. Vojta Kulasek comes in as well. And this Parachki not going to set any improvements with that lap time. Neither is Labas Zasnishkai. Milka Singh is in, so he's out of qualifying. Kai Cherezhny is just going to start his lap. There was Cherezhny behind Singh, so we will see though now as Cherezhny is in free air, so he will be able to push for a lap. He's P10 though, so I think he's safely into Q2. Samet Özkan comes in on this lap. P13 could be a bit hairy for the two Toro Rosso boys, Özkan and McIntyre, as Blackwood crosses the line. He goes P17. Fortunately, he cannot get himself out of Q2. Shame for the F2 champion. His has looked quite uncompetitive this year. Johansson's into the pit lane. Victor Albom, after a very, very good lap to get himself into Q2, is into the pit lane as well. Mohammad Patel is gonna finish up this lap. Let's see if the Brit can set an improvement. No, he cannot, as he crosses the line. But I think he should be into Q2 quite safely as well. Let's see if this man can get himself into Q2. Josef Fredrik Schuto, as he will make his way across the line. And he goes P13. What a lap from Schuto in the Williams. And I think that could be Schuto into Q2 in the Williams once again. Franco Gamma across the line. He goes P7 ahead of his fellow compatriot Luca Farina. McIntyre's going to cross the line. He can't improve. Enis Parachki crosses the line. He goes fastest. Zasnishka crosses the line. He's out. Cherezhny crosses the line. He doesn't improve. And that is Q1 done and dusted. Enis Parachki is the man who's fastest at the moment. And Josef Fredrik Schuto, for the second time in a row, is into Q2. Very, very well done from Josef Fredrik Schuto. But your 5 knocked out are Maximilian Novikov, Labas Zasnishkai, Jafari Blackwood, Milka Singh, and Vojta Kulasek. I think the biggest talking point once again will be Schuto, qualifying P13 in the Williams, doing very, very well. And then Victor Albom as well, P9 he was in Q1. That is going to be absolutely fantastic for him. but not as much for his teammate Jafari Blackwood, who is currently knocked out, so he will start in the bottom 5. And the same goes for Laban Sasnishka, who's starting P18. That is not where he wants to be at the moment. But we'll see if anything. We will see if Albom is able to get himself a nice qualifying position. Same goes for Shuto. But the biggest thing, I think one of the biggest talking points as well, now that Kulasek and Sasnishka are out, is that both Renaults are out in Q1. That is very, very strange. As we're now here, geared up and ready for the second stage of qualifying, Lewis McIntyre is the first man out, looking to get himself into Q3. Toro Rosso, I have to say, looking very, very strong this year. They've been consistently in the points, much more so than the previous years, and they look to have a very strong lineup with McIntyre and Özkan, who have scored 7 points. Well, both have scored 7 points, so they've done very well, and they've scored just quite a lot of points. Not a lot more to say, and other than that, it's nice to see that the Toro Rosso team have finally got their act together. As we see McIntyre making his way down to turn number 8. Then through turn 9. Lewis McIntyre, obviously the only driver in Formula 1 who stated in 2017 to not have driven for one team for more than a season. If you remember, he made his debut with McLaren Honda in 2017. Nothing fantastic there. So it was a very uncompetitive car. In 2018, he switched to Alfa Romeo Sauber, and now he's driving with Toro Rosso. But let's go on board with a lap of Circuit Paul Ricard with Lewis McIntyre. So as he heads into turn 1, and then through turn 2, very high-speed corners. Obviously, we're going to see a lot of battling there into turn 1. Now through the second chicane, turn 3, and then through turn 4, riding the curb there. Bit of a poor exit, but it's fine as he heads to turn 5, bit of a sharper corner. Then turn 6, for longer, more flowing corner. So he heads through the kink of turn 7, and now onto the obviously prolonged Mistral straight. Now that we're running this without a chicane, it's a very, very, very long straight. As he keeps on going and he keeps on going. There is the chicane. He just passed by. As he makes his way over 300 kilometers onto turn 8 Signe. As I said, famously the corner where Mohamed Patel and Alexander Arnold collided. Now to turn 9, Bossé. And then on to sector 3 as he heads through turn 10. Bit of a more technical section this is. Through the long winding right-hander of turn 11, and then on to turn 12. Late apex there as he makes his way around the final corner, turn 13. That was a lap of Circuit Paul Ricard for Lewis McIntyre as he makes his way across the line. So 132.559 for the Brit. Shuto sets a 133.0 in his Williams as he has just exited ahead of the Mercedes there. So whoever that is, Johansson or Paratsky, they won't be too happy with having the slowest car on the grid behind them. As Fernando Tost, look at that! Fernando Tost goes faster than Alfred Klaus by 0.2 of a second. So either Klaus must have been really slow on that lap, or Tost must have had an absolute stonker of a lap. Either way, we don't know what it's down to. As Miran Evci now gets himself into the 131s. As he goes fastest, Kai Trezhnia behind Fernando Tost, his fellow compatriot, and he gets himself ahead of Alfred Klaus. We'll see, can Chereznia make a Q3 appearance? He's not scored any points either so far in the season. He's had a lot of difficulties, it looks like, and it's a shame. But we'll see if he can get up to speed and score some points today. As Jesper Johansson goes P2, can't quite match Mir and FG just yet. We'll see if his teammate Enis Parachki can just yet. Luca Farina across the line, he goes P10. And there's Enis Parachki as he goes up into P1. Dennis Graf into P3. As Josef Fredrik Schuto sets an improvement, he gets himself ahead of Luca Farina. As there's another 2 cars coming across the line. There's Franco Gamba into P10. And then I believe it is Thomas Mandic who is somewhere. There he is. And he's actually gone slowest, Mandic. So I think same reason as Graf. Yeah, look at that. He's 8/10 off Luca Farina. So I think he must have been held up on that lap, Thomas Mandic, and he's gonna probably set another lap time here. But that's only 15 times on the board and provisional times, obviously. Enis Parachki currently fastest once again. And the bottom 5 currently is McIntyre, Albom, Schuto, Farina, and then Mandic. But I'm sure Thomas is gonna improve with this lap as he makes his way onto the Mistral Straight. Just behind him on track is, I believe that is Kai Chereznia, as he heads into Senior now. Through turn 8 he goes, and then on to turn 9. Let's see his middle sector. Stream is a bit blurry, so I can't actually see that. Apologies. Now then, as Mandic makes his way around turn 11 and then turn 12. Long left-hander and into the sharp right-hander. As Franco Gamba to the improvement, he gets himself ahead of Samet Özkan. Mandic's gonna cross the line. There he goes up to P6. So nice improvement from Thomas Mandic. Mama Patel sets an improvement as well. He's P8 at the moment. Currently though, your bottom 5 is Özkan, McIntyre, Albom, Schuto, and Farina. Chereznia currently is in the top 10, so he could get himself into Q3. Both racing points looking quite good today, as Luca Farina is on a lap here in the middle sector as he makes his way around Bossé and into turn number 12. Then through turn 13. I don't know if this is an in lap or a flying lap. We will see though. So he makes his way around turn 14 and then through turn 15. And let's see what it will be for Luca Farina. Can he get himself out of last place? He can. Goes up 1 position and he knocks down Josef Fredrik Schuto to P15. Victor Albom is just about to start his lap here. Franco Gamba as well. Gonna start his lap. He's got the Red Bull there behind of I think that is Alfred Klaus. No, that is Alfred Klaus. Here's Thomas Mandic as he's about to cross the line, and he goes P4. He gets himself ahead of Jesper Johansson. Fernando Tost impressing as always as he's looking to get himself into Q3. Both Toro Rosso just barely missing out the Q3 at the moment. Özkan P11, McIntyre P12. Lewis McIntyre's on the lap time here as he heads through turn 12. Through the 3rd sector, can McIntyre get himself into Q3 for Toro Rosso as he'll round the final corner? I think this is actually an in lap for McIntyre. Yes, it is. He's coming in, so he's coming in, but this man's just going to start his lap. Kai Chereznia just gets time for a lap in. So does Josef Fredrik Schuto, the Slovakian. Luca Farina is on a lap time here. I think he's going to get another lap in as well, assuming that this isn't his in lap, and it isn't. He's got Samet Özkan there just behind. Let's see, Farina can improve, and he does. He goes P12, splits the two Toro Rossos apart. And we'll see, the bottom 5 is Özkan, Farina, McIntyre, Albom, and Shuto. McIntyre's in the pit, so he's out. Let's see if Victor Albom can send an improvement. No, he cannot, but he has another lap to do it. Franco Gamba improves. He goes up into P8. As the timer ticks down to 0 and the checker flag is out. There's Mandic into the pits, and Mohamed Patel follows suit. Fernando Tost is on lap time here, looking to get himself into Q3 after, I have to say, a really fantastic performance from Fernando Tost. Once again, really impressed on debut. But he is into the pits. Dennis Graf is just gonna make his way across the line, and he was fastest, so he gets himself ahead of Enis Parachki. Then Kai Cherezhnia, who's currently just about on the elimination zone. Let's see if Cherezhnia can improve with this lap and get himself into Q3. He doesn't improve, but he stays P10. He's just going to hope the people behind do not improve. Shuto does improve, but he stays P15, so fortunately for the Williams driver, it's going to be P15 for him. Either way, a very good effort from Josef Fredrik Shuto. Farina is into the pit lane. Let's see if Samet Özkan can set an improvement against himself into Q3. He can't. He must have gotten held up by Farina on that lap, so Özkan is out. Let's see, Victor Albom is currently in P14. Can he manage an improvement to go up a few positions? He can't. He will stay P14. And the final car across the line is Franco Gamba. And that is Q2 done and dusted. Dennis Graf is fastest. And your 5 knocked out are Samet Özkan, Luca Farina, Lewis McIntyre, Victor Albom, and Josef Fredrik Shuto. That was quite an interesting qualifying session then. But yeah, Kai Cherezhnia into Q3. That is going to be one of the big talking points, obviously, as he hasn't. What was I going to say? He hasn't made a Q3 appearance yet this season, so we'll see if Cherezhnia is on for a good qualifying position, as we were already here for Q3, so that was very fast. And then Dennis Graf going fast in Q2. Let's see if he can repeat that in Q3 and maybe grab a first pole of the season. Obviously, Graf not the best start to the season, and has been for the world champion. Obviously, he's hoping for a bit better. Mohamed Patel then, as he is on his outlap right now. Obviously, we mentioned him and Alexander Arnold coming together at this circuit last year. Obviously, now Alexander Arnold isn't racing in F1. And yeah, so I guess Patel has not a lot to worry about. As he makes his way down the Mistral straight. It's going to be interesting though, as the battle for pole begins on board with Patel. Here we are as we make our way around Beausset. You see there's a bit of camber on that corner actually. Then through turn number 14. And then through turn 15, let's see, as Mohamed Patel will now start his lap. As he makes his way across the line to start his lap down to the run into Verri, as there is the Red Bull That's gonna head through turn 2 side by side with I don't really know who that is yet, but either way, as he heads into turn 3, and then now through turn 4. I think the other car is still there actually. No, not anymore, as he has return 5 on the apex there of camp. Going to step on turn number 6. There's the left-handed kink, turn number 7. And now down the very long Mistral straight. .729 in the first sector as he heads through scene now, turn number 8. Then through Bossé, turn number 9. Very long and winding corner, very late apex there as you can see. Then to turn 10, Bendor, and then turn 11, Garabam, and to the final 2 corners, turn number 12, Lac, and turn number 13, Pont. And then to the line, and it is a 132.367. As Ennis Parachki goes, it says a 131.417. He's behind the Red Bull there, and then also Mohammed Patel. As Jesper Johansson slots in behind Parachki, now behind Dennis Graf. This looks to be the best lap for Jesper Johansson as Thomas Mandic now goes P3. Kai Cherezhnia, 2/10 off his teammate at the moment. Either way, I think Cherezhnia is just satisfied that he's made it into Q3 for the time being. We'll see though if he can manage an improvement. As there's obviously still the 2 McLarens who've yet to set a lap time. And then also... And there's Fernando Tostas, he's just about to cross the line. Let's see where he will go. He goes ahead of the 2 racing points. Look at that, 5,000 of a second faster than Mohammed Patel. So he's got quite the improvement there. As Patel comes into the pit lane. Yeah, I think that's Alfred Klaus there just ahead, and look at that, he hasn't got a very competitive lap though, 133.2, and there goes Dennis Parachki on Alfred Klaus, but could not quite succeed with that. Miran Evji slots in behind his teammate Dennis Graf. So I think we'll just wait for one car to cross the line. Yep, there's Franco Gamba. And he goes P6 as Jesper Johansson goes P3. Dennis Graf. Shortens the gap between him and Ennis Parachki at the top at the moment. Kai Cherezhnia improves. Gap to him and his teammate is a bit less now. But Ennis Parachki is currently fast at the moment with 2 minutes remaining. And Dennis Graf is currently in P2. Here's Klaus and I think that is Ennis Parachki. Yes, as they go side by side to scene. And now they're Bossé. It's going to be Parachki on the inside, Klaus on the outside. And he's going to get the better exit out of Bossé there. And then through turn 12, or turn 10 they will go, sorry. Then through turn 11, Parachki's going to have the inside line there. And I think Klaus will let him go here. And I think this is gonna impact both of these guys quite a lot. Klaus will not have the best lap time here, I'm sure. And he sets an improvement, but it's only enough to get past Cherezhnia at the moment. So it's really not good news for Alfred Klaus. Miran Evjilan, let's see as he will cross the line. Where can he go? He goes P3. Gets himself ahead of his fellow compatriot and championship rival Jesper Johansson. Obviously he's looking to gain up ground on the championship leader Johansson today, as he's currently P2 in the championship standings. Kai Treshnia, let's see if the Polish driver is able to manage an improvement. He won here in Formula 2. Took the win from pole. As Fernando Tost is on a lap time here as well, currently P7. But the big question is if Alfred Klaus is gonna be able to get an improvement in before the timer runs out. Currently, Graf, Johansson, and Mandic are in the pit lane. So realistically, the only man who can dethrone Enis Paratsky of pole is Miran Evji. And yeah, we will just see how that goes. Fernando Tost is into the pit lane, so he will not be continuing. Mohamed Patel is just gonna get a lap time in here. Yeah, with 3 seconds remaining, he gets a lap time in. As the checker flag is now out. Enis Paratsky there is going into the pit lane. Alfred Klaus should get an improvement in with this lap time. No, Alfred Klaus does not improve. But I think, yeah, Alfred Klaus did not improve. He's gonna start P9. That is a very interesting development, and that is gonna see the Swede starting behind his former teammate Mohamed Patel. Hachireshnian is gonna finish up this lap. Let's see if he can get himself out of last place, as he will make his way across the line. And no, there's no improvement for Kai Cherezhnia. The final car to cross the line should be... I think it is... I have no clue, who is it? I think it is Patel. Yeah, it is Mohamed Patel. It's going to be the final car to cross the line. As he will make his way round turn number 11. Through the left of turn 12 and into the right of turn 13. Let's see what Mohamed Patel can do, as he will be the final car to cross the line. Can Mohamed Patel improve it with this lap? He does! He goes P6! That's a very good lap time for Mohamed Patel. But that is Q3 done and dusted, and it is Enis Paratsky who takes a second pole of the season. So then, that is Q3 done and dusted. And it is Enis Paratsky who is on pole. And it's two Ferraris of Dennis Graf and Miran Evji, P2 and P3. Mohamed Patel with a very, very good lap time. That's P6 for the Brit. And then you got the two McLarens behind the Franco Gamba, Fernando Tost. Alfred Klaus going to be the big talking point. P9 it is for him. So he's going to have a lot to do in the race, I'm sure. And we will see how that goes. We'll see if he can claw his way through the field, Klaus. Obviously, we know he's good. He's good at clawing his way through the field. So we'll see what he can deliver on today. It's going to be very interesting. Looking at the championship table, though, for those who are interested, currently Jesper Johansson is leading the championship on 108 points. Miran Evji is in second with 101 points. And then you got Alfred Klaus in P3 on 99 points. And then there's Dennis Graf in P4 on 67. So there's actually quite a big gap to P4. So Alfred Klaus, who's currently P3, this is really not where he wants to be at the moment. That's going to cost him quite a lot. But at the moment, it should be advantage for Miran Evji as he starts P3. He's one position up on Jesper Johansson. So I expect those two to go wheel to wheel quite a lot. And then we'll see if Enis Paratsky can make up any ground on the others. Currently, he lies 1 point ahead, I believe, of Dennis Graf in the championship standings. As here we are for the race then. So we are here in this time, and we will go through the starting grid then before we get on the way with the race. It's Enis Parachki, a second pole for the Macedonia driver. Very, very well done, as he will start on pole position here at France. Dennis Graf starts in P2, accompanying him on the front row. Miran Evgi is behind his teammate as he starts P3, and accompanying him on the second row is championship rival and fellow compatriot Jesper Johansson in P4. Sorry. Thomas Mandich starts P5, and accompanying him is the man who he replaced at Red Bull, Mohammed Patel. I almost said Thomas Mandich again. Mohammed Patel in P6. Then it's the two McLarens of Franco Gamba and Fernando Tost, P7 and P8. Alfred Klaus starting all the way down to P9. Let's see what he can do today, as Kai Cherezhnia will start P10 in the points. So we'll see what he can do today. Samet Özkan starts in P11. He will probably be looking to chase down the others for points today, and it's Luca Farina in P12, the Italian for Alfa Romeo. Lewis McIntyre starts P13, that's Victor Albom in P14. Josef Fredrik Schuto, after getting into Q2, starts in 15th place, and this is Wojtek Kulasek. A bit of a bad day for Renault in their home race, as Kulasek starts P16, and there's Bilka Singh in P17, Blackwood starts 18th, and Laban Sosnishkai in P19, and the final spot on the grid is taken by Maximilian Novikov of Williams. Let's get on the way with the race, shall we? It's Enis Parachki on pole, but world champion Dennis Goff in P2 as the lights are now coming on. We got 6 lights. And we're on the way with the French Grand Prix. Bad start for Enis Parachki. That's a very good start for Dennis Goff, though. And he got the reaction time that he needed. I think he's already got the jump on Enis Parachki, though, into the first corner. As Parachki has to defend the inside line there from the world champion. Groff round the outside, though, takes the lead of the race from Enis Parachki. It's a very horrible start for Parachki. That is not what he needs. As Johansson and Evgi already side by side, heading into turn 3. Johansson on the inside, as Evgi's going to have the outside line though, but he's going to have the inside into turn 4. And Evgi is ahead of the world champion as a successful defense. There's Mohammed Patel trying to make a move on Thomas Mandich, the man who obviously replaced him at Red Bull. Here he goes. Bit of sweet revenge for Patel if he does get this done. As the end of turn 7, Mandich is remaining ahead of the British driver in the racing point, as doing me wheel to wheel heading down the Mistral Straight. Mandich trying to cover off the Brit as much as possible, but Patel with the Mercedes engine as they head into turn 8. They're gonna be side by side. Look at the absolute chaos there at the back, as there's so many drivers involved. There's Mandich as he's trying to hang on to Patel, but he can't. Mohammed Patel up into P5. Bravo! Very, very well done from Mohammed Patel, as Franco Gamba looking for a way past his teammate Fernando Tost. As look at that, Samet Özkan up into P9. He's gone past Alfred Klaus. What a start for Samet Özkan, but he's going to have to defend from the senior team driver Alfred Klaus as they head into the final corner. Klaus round the outside should get the better exit here as they head through into the final corner. They're going to be wheel to wheel. Klaus then should have this done as they head into the first corner. Özkan's still going to try it on the outside as Özkan's got the inside line. Oh, there, bit on the curve there, but Klaus gets ahead of Samet Özkan. There goes Kai Cherezhnia on Samet Özkan as he wants to claw his way back into the points, which he lost to Samet Özkan, obviously, as he has a look on the inside into camp on Özkan here. Özkan being forced a long way around as he successfully defends from Cherezhnia now, and he remains ahead of the Polish driver. Cherezhnia is going to have to watch out for none other than Luca Farina, and Farina is going to have to watch out for Lewis McIntyre here. So it's all just coming into play here. There goes Farina on Cherezhnia, and he might actually try and get some at Özkan here, but I think that's a bit more than he can chew off. But there goes Cherezhnia on Özkan, as I've really not anticipated that. But there goes Cherezhnia on Özkan, takes the Swede by storm, and goes up into P10. Özkan wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that either. That was a very nice move from Kai Cherezhnia, and that is him up into P10. Very, very hectic first lap, and Dennis Graf leads from Enis Parachki by 6 tenths of a second. Jesper Johansson takes the fastest lap though from Dennis Graf. So that is quite interesting. But Miran Evers successfully remains ahead of Jesper Johansson in that start. So he has done quite well. Kai Treshnia back up into P10 as we will witness the position gains from the start. Dennis Graf up one position as he was able to overtake Enis Parachki for the race lead. FJ Johansson stay where they are. Patel was able to overtake Thomas Mandic. And then Torsten Klaus are up one position. Gamba down 2, unfortunately for him. And then everyone from top 10 to top 14, or everyone from 10th to 14th to stay where they are. Kulasek's overtaking Shuto at the start. Novikov's overtaking 3 cars. So very, very well done from Maximilian Novikov. And then seeing Blackwood and Sosnishka have all fallen down one position. Cherezhnia, though, look at this. He's already on the back of Franco Gamba. So Cherezhnia not done yet. As he's now trying to get Gamba. Obviously, I think he's a bit more comfortable around the circuit considering that he won here. So he should be... it's not too surprising that he's on the pace here. But this is his first time around the circuit in F1. Hello, Ennis. You qualified on the pole for the race, but you had a bad start and that allowed Dennis Graf to get past you. But it's only lap 426. Anything can still happen, as we have seen at this track before. As Cherezhnia then trying to hold off Summit Özkan as well, as he's trying to catch up to Franco Gamba for P9. Wojta Kulasek is trying to get Victor Albom here for P14. He's trying to disrupt the order here as the status quo has been held from P10 to P14. Kulasek trying to get up a position here. Lewis McIntyre as well, as now they head down the start finish straight on the back of Luca Farina. Is he close enough to try and make an overtake? But no, he actually isn't. You can see Farina is actually pulling away from McIntyre. That Honda engine not very good, but there goes Kai Cherezhnia on Franco Gamba into scene. Now through both say Gamba has a look on the inside, but there's not much he could do there. Cherezhnia just completely flew past Gamba, and that is him up at the P9. Finally, Cherezhnia looks to be on form, and he is up into 9th place. Cherezhnia, very, very well done, and that's a nice overtake from Cherezhnia. And just up ahead the road is Alfred Klaus, but I do not think he's going to be able to get past the... I do not think he's going to be able to get past the Swede, as I think there's a very sizable gap between the performance of the Red Bull and the racing points. But it's not too far-fetched, actually, because Klaus currently stuck behind Fernando Tost. We know how good he is on defense, and he really is proving it at the moment. Currently in P7, fantastically done for Fernando Tost. I have to say, this rookie is really, really exciting. Probably, I believe, the best mid-season debut performance we've ever seen, discounting Ide Weitz. Granted, he was in the Red Bull and there was a time penalty, but either way, Fernando Tost in the midfield car is still really, really impressive. Considering that he's able to hold back Alfred Klaus, a multiple-time race winner, remember. As I think there's a move there. There's Summit Özkan on Franco Gamba, and Gamba falling down yet another position there. As Özkan gets the move done into Bosé, and Özkan now into the points. Alfred Klaus still chasing down Fernando Tost. Nothing's coming out of this though, unfortunately for Klaus, but he has a look at the final corner. But he's a bit too far away to try it just yet. I think he's just trying to scare Tost into making a mistake here. Either way, nothing's coming out of this for Klaus just yet. It's like Monday all over again at Canada. As they head through turn 2, Klaus still on the offense here. Young Tost really being put under pressure here. As they head through turn 3 and then turn 4. Dennis Groff looks to have pulled away with the lead a bit more actually. 7/10 of a second, it is Dennis Parachki now, so Dennis Groff doing quite well. At the moment, I think he could be on for a first win this season. As we head down the start, or not the start, but a straight, what am I saying? The Mistral straight. Klaus closing in on Tost, but I don't think, yeah, he doesn't try just yet. But there's Luca Farina, as he had a look on his fellow compatriot Franco Gamba. Gamba though does not want to lose another position, but there's Jafari Black with us having a look on Milka Singh into Bose. He tried to have a look there, but Singh just closed the door on the Jamaican. Question is though, when is Alfred Klaus going to get past Fernando Tost? If it even is a matter of when. That is the question. But either way, you can see he's losing heaps of time to his teammate Thomas Mandic there in P6. Tost currently 1.3 seconds to Mandic there just up ahead, so it's not very nice for Alfred Klaus at the moment. I don't think he's having too much fun being stuck behind the McLaren. As they head down the Mistral straight. You see there behind is Mandic chasing down Mohammed Patel. But Patel's actually remained quite strong on the defense, as he has not given an inch to Thomas Mandic, Mohammed Patel. Bit of more battling going on at the back then, as Wojtek Kulasek is chasing down Viktor Alobom for P14. Though I think this is a bit of a train forming behind. Oh, I have no idea who it is. I think that was Alfred Klaus into the final corner. So he was having a bit of a look on Fernando Tost. Though unfortunately nothing came out of that for Klaus. As Tost is actually gaining on Mandic, so Patel is holding up Mandic here quite a lot, and it's backing Mandic up with Tost and Klaus. So that is very interesting actually. As you can see, yeah, Tost is closing in. That gap used to be about 1.3, it's down to 7/10. Let's see, as they head down the Mistral straight, is anyone able to get up? Is anyone able to get any ground on each other? As Klaus looking very close to Fernando Tost. Doesn't try it just yet though, but look how close he is to the back of the McLaren. He really wants to get back Klaus, but get past Klaus, but he unfortunately cannot. I think Klaus probably thinking that that's the widest McLaren in the world at the moment. Tost really, really good on the defense, has to be said. Oh, but he's going to have a bit of a look into the final corner, Alfred Klaus, but yeah, that did not work, Alfred. He's getting a bit impatient here. So we'll see if he can... yeah, he's going to have to play the patient game and try and get past Tost very soon. Meanwhile, Sitrep at the top. Dennis Groff now leads by basically a second from Enis Parachki. So it's smooth sailing for Dennis Groff at the moment. So that is nice for Groff. As here's Thomas Mandic. It's funny how the two Red Bulls are stuck behind midfield cars. It happened from Mandic last time out at Canada as well. And it's so funny, the Red Bulls are always victims of traffic. Must be frustrating, of course, but I think, as the Germans would call it, a bit of Schadenfreude, maybe, I don't know. Either way, as they make their way around the third sector, Alfred Klaus is gonna try it once again into the final corner. It's not gonna work, Alfred. I don't really know what he is trying, but I might have been wrong on that. Is he actually close enough to line up alongside Fernando Tost here? As he's gonna have a look on the inside of Fernando Tost, but yeah, Tost shuts the door there, and that's gonna allow him to be ahead. Cherezhny is actually closing in on these guys, which is a very big surprise. So we could maybe see, I think if Klaus slips up with a mistake, could we maybe see Cherezhny making an overtake and just make Alfred Klaus's race even worse? Could be very, very interesting here, as they will make their way down the start. I keep saying start-finish straight. Why do I keep saying that? I don't know. It's the Mistral straight. God damn it! Get that into your head, you dingus. Ah, sorry everyone. Either way, then as Klaus makes his way down the start finish straight, looking very, very close to Fernando Tost, but he's not able to try it just yet. I think he's gonna try it into the final corner just like he did on the last lap. Ooh, he's having a bit of a look there into the into turn 10 there, but that did not really work out for Klaus as he heads into turn 12. Then to turn 13. Doesn't try it this lap, surprisingly. And you can see Cherezhny is really gaining on Klaus in the third sector. So I think if, as I said, if Klaus slips up with a mistake, that could prompt Cherezhny to get past. Into turn 3. Now to turn 5. Fernando Tost really just on the defense at the moment. As he is gonna have the slipstream now on Fernando Tost. Is he gonna be close enough to make a move on the Polish driver? That is the question. I don't think he is. Once again, no, he is not. As they head through Beausset. Obviously Fernando Tost not I said start finish again. God damn it! There's something just not right with my brain today. There is Alfred Klaus. I think he was lining up for the move, but he just kind of backed out of it later. Meanwhile, here is a battle. Milka Singh, who is trying to get past Maximilian Novikov for P17. As they are quite close on track at the moment. Two Williams is running P16 and P17. As Snishka is currently running in last place. That is not where the Serbian wants to be at the moment. Alfred Klaus then down the Mistral straight. There we go. Alfred Klaus down the Mistral straight. Will he be close enough to try it now? And he is. He's going to try on the inside into Senior on Fernando Tost. Tost now being put up under real defense as they head into Beausset. Can Tost hang on to that McLaren? As Klaus is going to be on the inside line there, and he gets it done finally on Fernando Tost. That took way too long for Alfred Klaus, and he is finally ahead of Tost. So this should put him in. This should be able. This should. English, please. I'm not really just. I'm not in the commentary zone today. I don't know what's going on. Sorry, people. As Alfred Klaus, look at that. He's at the fastest lap now. This is Alfred Klaus manifest as now that he's a free air, he begins to set fastest lap after fastest lap. Here we go. He's now going to chase down his teammate Thomas Mandic. As they head into turn 3 and turn 4. Mandic has been stuck behind Mohammed Patel the entire race. As they're gonna head down the start-finish straight then. Why do I keep saying? I don't get it. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I do not understand why I keep saying start. It is the Mistral straight. I do know it's not the start-finish straight. Please. I don't know why I keep. I'm very sorry. Oh. Oh dear. As Lewis McIntyre heads through Beausset, chasing down Luca Farina. Got quite close to Farina at the end of Mistral, but hasn't been able to make a move on the Italian just yet. Currently staying in P13, McIntyre. Alfred Klaus then as he's chasing down Thomas Mandic. Fernando Tost still hanging on quite well there in P8. About 7/10 to Klaus. That's not bad from Fernando Tost. As they make their way around turn 6. And then turn 7 out to the Mistral straight. Don't think Klaus is close enough to try any moves just yet. Yeah, he's still quite far behind his teammate. Lewis McIntyre, he's also not able to chase down Luca Farina. They head through sector 3 then. And then on to the start-finish straight. Look, I got it right. McIntyre looks to not make any ground at all on Farina at the moment. I think it must be frustrating for the British driver at the moment. As they will make their way around turn 6, you can see McIntyre really closes down on the corners, but he just can't get the momentum that he needs on the straight. That Ferrari engine, quite a bit more powerful than the Honda engine, but McIntyre looks rather close to Farina. And as I say that, you can see, look at the timing screen to the left. Look how much time he's losing on the straight. That's absolutely incredible. He's just absolutely nowhere on the straight. And I think that must be very frustrating for McIntyre. That he just can't get the power on the straight that he needs. I think if he was in the Alfa Romeo right now, he would probably be, or if he had the Ferrari engine in his car at the moment, I think he would probably be ahead of Farina a few laps ago now. So I think it is quite frustrating for McIntyre. As Kulasek trying to line up alongside Victor Albom, he's trying to get past the Dane, but yeah, nothing's happened just yet. Obviously, Kulasek he's not got the easiest time down the straight either. That has, while it is not the best in the corners, it is good in the straight, as Albom has that Ferrari in the back of his car, obviously. I mean, Ferrari was always going to benefit at this track. It's very high speed, and it's got this massive straight, so obviously the Ferrari powered cars are going to do well at this circuit. And yeah, Renault seem to be struggling quite a lot in what is their home race, so it's a bit sad, but yeah, clearly P15 and P20, that's not where both of them would like to be. But Dennis Groff, who's basically led every lap now, that took the lead into the first turn into lap 1, he's been leading quite comfortably actually. Ennis Proharsky about 7/10 of Dennis Groff at the moment. It's up to 8 again, but yeah. As Kulasek now down the main straight, trying to get Victor Albom. He's closing on the Dane, and I think he's gonna try and make the move on the inside into Cini. Now through turn 8 they go. Kulasek on the inside, and then through Bose. Kulasek on the inside line once again. Albom trying to hold him off on the outside line there, as Kulasek still gonna have the inside. They're still gonna be wheel to wheel here as they head through turn 10. Kulasek on the outside line there. Let's get the inside through turn 11, and he should get the start on Albom, and he does. That is Wojtek Kulasek ahead of Victor Albom for P14. Nice overtake from Wojtek Kulasek, the Czech driver. That is Albom down a position as well, unfortunately. Now Kulasek's going to try to get Lewis McIntyre for P13. He's going to try to salvage at least a bit of this race for Renault and try and get up into some of these higher positions. Though I don't think he's going to be in the points. As they head through turn number 7 and then onto the Mistral straight. Let's see, Kulasek's already caught up to McIntyre, but McIntyre now down the start-finish straight. He's going to want to try and catch up to Farina, but it just... is he close enough? That is the question. And he actually isn't. Farina, who has no slipstream ahead, obviously, was not able to... he was still able to keep that gap equal to McIntyre. McIntyre had a look on the outside there of Luca Farina. But Yeah, I think he was a bit too far away to try it. So we'll head through the final corner then. Battle for P12 between Farina, McIntyre and then Kulasek rages on. As Victor Album's now got Josef Fredrik Schuto behind to deal with. As there's Alfred Klaus, look at that. I think he tried it on Thomas Mandic there, but he could not quite get past his teammate there. As that's just allowed Fernando Tost to catch up to Klaus, which is nice. It's nice to see Tost holding up to the two Red Bulls. McIntyre then down the Mistral straight. Here he goes. Can he do it on Farina? You can see he's just not gaining anything at all on Farina. That must be so frustrating for Lewis McIntyre. And yeah, he's gonna stay behind the he is gonna stay behind the Alfa Romeo for the time being. As here's Josef Fredrik Schuto. He's trying to get past Victor Album for P15. He's actually gonna try it on the inside of Album there into the first corner, but yeah, can't quite get past the Haas. But he's still gonna try it as they head into turn 3. Schuto on the inside of Album there, as he goes on the inside with Album with the better traction around the outside. There's Novikov trying to have a look on his teammate as they head through turn 5, and yeah, Schuto remains ahead of his teammate for the time being. This could actually allow Milka Singh to try something as Singh's gonna try it on Blackwood. There's Mandic on Patel as he's gonna try it through on Singh, and he gets it done. What a move from Thomas Mandic, as there's the two Williams side by side, Singh and Blackwood wheel to wheel, as well as they're going to go 2-file into this corner. Novikov on the inside as Schuto tries to hold him off on the outside as he tries the inside line Schuto, but Novikov gets ahead of Josef Fredrik Schuto, and Singh able to hold up Jafari Blackwood as well. Nice stuff from Maximilian Novikov though, as there is Singh and he's gone wide, and that's going to allow Jafari Blackwood to try and make a move, as he's going to have a look on the inside line there. Singh leaving the space for the Jamaican as they're going to be wheel to wheel through the final corner. Singh on the inside. Jafari Blackwood tries to hang on the outside line there. Lavas Nishka trying to get involved in this as well, as it's all getting a bit complicated here. But down the start finish straight they go. Blackwood having a look on Singh there on the inside as Singh hops over the curb. And yeah, Blackwood still trying to hang on to this. Zasnishka is trying to get involved as well. Good thing he doesn't make it 3, but Blackwood's going to be on the inside line here. Singh is getting on the inside to the next corner though, as they head into turn 5 camp. Blackwood tried to hang on to the inside line there, but Singh remains ahead of Blackwood. Very good defending from Milka Singh. Thomas Mandic was able to get past Mohamed Patel. Now Alfred Klaus going to try to clear his former teammate as they head on the inside into Singh and through Bosé, and Klaus gets it done on Mohamed Patel as well. McIntyre's now going to try it on Farina as well, as the battles are now really kicking off. McIntyre on the inside line there and heading into Bosé. They're still going to be wheel to wheel, but Farina can't do much on the outside line there, and it is going to be McIntyre up into P12. And there's Blackwood. Blackwood's going to pass Milka Singh for 18th place, so he does succeed in that battle eventually. Here's Miran Evji as he's actually catching up to Ennis Parachki there for P2. So he's going to try to make it a Ferrari 1-2 here at France with 4 laps remaining. Let's see if he is able to do it though. as they make their way through turn 6 and then turn 7. Evergy should theoretically have the advantage down the straight, as he has the Ferrari engine in the back of his car. But Paratsky actually looking quite close to Dennis Groff. He's about 6/10 to the world champion. But I think we'll see if these three eventually do end up getting closer for the race lead. As Novikov was able to get past Shuto, is now trying to get past Victor Albom as he's chasing down the Dane for P15. But I don't think anything's going to come out of this at the moment. As they head through Beausset, Novikov about 4/10 to Albom at the moment. Kulasek is chasing now Farina now, as McIntyre was able to get past the Italian. Kulasek is going to try and get past Farina as well. If you do have a good memory, you will remember that Luca Farina at this track last season in Formula 2 was probably one of his greatest drives, where he started P14 and finished P4. It was an absolutely fantastic race from Luca Farina there. And he did very well. Dennis Groff then with 3 laps to go currently leads the race, but Enis Paratsky is about 5/10 off Groff at the moment, so we could maybe see a battle there actually. But I think we're going to see a battle here as Kulasek is closing in on Luca Farina. As he is closing on Farina here. Has a look on the outside. Nope. Goes to the inside. Into Sini now, as he's going to be on the inside line there. Through Beausset. Can't quite get on it to Sini, so he's going to try it to the next corner. Farina's going to try to hang on the outside line here, but I don't think he can do much here, Luca. And it is going to be Kulasek who gets ahead of the Italian. So that is Kulasek up into P13. And he has now got Lewis McIntyre just ahead, about a second to McIntyre for P12. Not sure don't think he's gonna be able to get McIntyre in 2 laps. We'll see though, he is gaining a tiny bit on McIntyre at the moment. As he is currently P13. He's had a nice charge to the field for Kulasek. Has to be said. Done quite well. Heading down the straight, then you can see that Kulasek is actually gaining on McIntyre on the straight as well, so that is another advantage to Kulasek at the moment. So I think he could maybe catch up to McIntyre in the following few laps. Either way, it's probably gonna be on the final lap if he does keep at this pace. Paratsky, unfortunately for him, has not been able to close down that gap to Dennis Groff. And Mirnev just not been able to get Enis Paratsky either, so I don't think there's going to be much of a change there, unfortunately. As we're now on lap 25 out of 26, 2 laps remain in this French Grand Prix. Dennis Groff has basically led every lap of the race. which is which is nice for Dennis Groff, because he's not won yet this season. So I think he will be quite happy with finally picking up a victory. As Victor Albom is now chasing down Luca Farina, he is going to try to get the Alfa Romeo. So Farina's really just falling down the order at the moment, but I don't think Albom is close enough to try the move on Farina here. And yeah, he is not at the moment. As he follows the Italian through Sector 3. We're now on the final lap of the race. And we will wait and see. There's still a few battles going on in the field, so there's still stuff to be decided. As Wojtek Kulasek now caught up to Lewis McIntyre, so this is going to be the battle to watch, as he has caught up to the Brit as they head through turns 3 and 4. I think Kulasek's gonna have to hope that he's in the 3/10 range to McIntyre as they head on to the start. Not the start-finish straight, that's not what it's called. It's called the Mistral straight. Please! Why am I saying these things? Either way, as they head down start-finish... No! I'm sorry. As they head down the Mistral straight. Mistral, that's what it's called. As look at this, Samet Özkan is chasing down Kai Cherezhnia. So he almost actually made the move on Cherezhnia. I think he could have gone for it, but it did not happen. But what is going to happen is this man taking home the victory. Dennis Groff finally wins the race as he will win the French Grand Prix. Better late than never. As we had a move that is Kulasek. He's going past McIntyre. Look at that. And Özkan is not going to be able to get Cherezhnia. Cherezhnia finally comes home with points this season as he will finish P9. And Kulasek, who's gone up 4 positions, he will just get Lewis McIntyre on the final lap of the race. He'll come up P12. Nice drive from Wojtek Kulasek. Victor Albom, not the best day for him. Maximilian Novikov, very good day for him as he's gone up 4 positions. And that is it. That is all she wrote for the French Grand Prix. So your final classifications, and then Dennis Groff finally wins a race this season. He takes the win here at Paul Ricard and Ennis Parashki on the podium. Could not convert it into a victory today, unfortunately. Miran Evji P3. He closes the gap on Jesper Johansson at the top of the championships table, as he will finish P3. Johansson finishes P4. And the 2 Red Bulls of Thomas Mandic and Alfred Klaus. Klaus also gets the fastest lap, so that's 1 extra point to Klaus. Mohamed Patel finishes P7, it's Fernando Tost P8, and Kai Cherezhnia finishes P9 to score his first points of the season. Samet Özkan in the points once again, P10. Franco Gamba P11. Wojtek Kulasek, very well done from him today, P12, but unfortunately there's no points for him. Lewis McIntyre P13 is Luca Farina P14. Victor Albon finishes P15 as the 2 Williamses of Novikov and Shuto. They've done very well. And Blackwood P18, and final 2 cars on the grid are Milka Singh and Lavmas Asnishka, a day to forget for the Serbian. But it's time to give out driver of the day. My driver of the day will be Wojtek Kulasek. Very, very well done from him. Obviously P12 yields no points, unfortunately for him. But he has done very well. Clawed his way up the field, and yeah, he's made some impressive overtakes, and he's finished P12. So you are my driver today, Wojtek Kulasek. But that is it for F1 then. Thanks so much for watching. It's been a very interesting race and pretty exciting race as well. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Congratulations to Dennis Groff on the victory. We will see you tomorrow for the first ever WTCR race at Kyalami for the race of South Africa. So make sure to not miss that. It will be very, very exciting. And yeah, We will see you. I've been Miran Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to stay